As our area braces for high tides and coastal flooding tonight, we dive into what new numbers tell us about the health of our waterways. Only on 13 News Now, Alex Littlehales joins us in the studio, walking us through what researchers have just learned about the health of our rivers.
Yeah, we know it takes time to clean up an environment or an ecosystem. For roughly 20 years, researchers and scientists have published that progress through the Elizabeth River Project's State of the River scorecard. Now, a grade that first started out, we're told those conditions would have been a D or an F 20 years ago, we've now learned comes in at a C for 2023.
It's often said change doesn't happen overnight. Change can take time. Sometimes days into weeks, maybe even years.
I was that person everyone hates who's sending out the email saying, hey, I need this from you. Hey, I need this from you now.
And in the last year, Mary Bennett worked to define the change seen for our local environment.
We're very, very close. And if it was anyone other than me, they probably would have rounded up.
The Elizabeth River Project just published the latest State of the River report card, the first report since 2020, arriving at an overall grade of C when averaging the health of the system's 5 branches.
We haven't really fallen. For an area where we're looking at over a million people all contributing into nutrient pollution and everything, we're still hanging strong.
The report shows improvements in areas like Norfolk's Lafayette branch, while the city's Broad Creek area remains below passing at a D. But numbers tell another story. The Elizabeth River's score jumped from a 2.7 to a 2.9, just outside the number needed to receive a B for overall health. This report combining input and cleanup efforts from roughly a dozen organizations and agencies, like the Hampton Roads Sanitation District.
ERP may identify watershed of the Elizabeth River that they think has more bacterial contamination than others, and they may be curious if the source of that might be compromised sanitary sewer infrastructure.
It's the small changes over time that keep researchers like Bennett excited for what the next score could show.
I know that by taking small steps, we will eventually get there.
So this report factors in different elements like bacteria, chemical imbalances, and more to arrive at that C grade for 2023. You can read the full analysis on 13newsnow.com. I'm Alex Littlehales for 13 News Now.